I don't know what just happened, but welcome back to Rise and Shine College Football. I'm your host, Jason Watkins. And if you love college football, you know you're in the right place. So before you forget, smash that red subscriber button, like our videos, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss one moment of Hall of Fame college football. Welcome into the show, my Monday co-host, Mike Boganowski Sr, fresh out of the snow where he's been shoveling this morning, trying not to have a heart attack. What's up, big dog?
Man, not much, man. Just starting to get a little stir crazy. Been in the house for about 3 days, but
Freezing that ass off out there, huh?
yes, it's pretty cold this morning. It was cold yesterday. It's not kind of nice right now, but it's chilly. You know what I mean? The wind hasn't picked up yet. It's kind of that calm cold, which isn't too bad. But it's the wind's supposed to get back up in the 15 to 20 mile an hour range this afternoon, so that sucks.
Yeah, man, I do not miss those days. It's been a cold bitch down here, but it don't snow a whole lot, so I'm glad for that.
Yeah.
Glad for that. Welcome into the show, Ryman, Lemon, Brandon, Snake, Comanche Sooner. Let's see, who else? Benji, what's up, dog? And of course, let's see. That's it so far for check-ins. Check in when you get in. Make sure you wipe your feet, boys and girls. Make sure you wipe your feet. What's up there, Comanche? Good to see you. In the low 30s, feels like 11, says Benji. Damn. And you live in like Houston, don't you? How does that even happen there?
Bro,
Huh?
it's 2 degrees here. Two.
Yeah.
Two.
I don't know what to tell you.
Feels like -9. But I was just out there, man. It didn't really feel like -9, but
I think once it
whatever.
gets a certain day, once it gets to a certain fucking
Yeah, whatever.
it kind of
Fuck.
is what it is at that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Neilio chimes in, doesn't agree. Good morning, fellas. It flat out stinks up here. Whole metro is shut down, just lousy. Well,
Yeah.
at least you can chill out and hang out with us today there, Neilio. It's not so bad. Thank you for
Yesterday they had a map of every highway in Kansas
yeah.
and it was all red. There
With
was a little piece down in the southeast corner that was like amber, but everything was red, dude. It
yeah.
was wild.
Yeah, near Galveston. That's what I'm saying. How the fuck is that even going on down there? That's not supposed to be like that. Wild. No, man. Hey, I was just telling you off air, but that's like that first year I got to New Jersey and growing up where I grew up in New Mexico most of my life. I mean, we'd seen a little bit of snow here and there, unless we went to the mountains and stuff like that, but never had to deal with that shit. I get out
Yeah.
there in the very first shoot, 26 inches of snow in the first like 12 hours. Insanity.
Yeah.
So state of emergency, shut down every damn road. I was like, what in the fuck is this? I couldn't see your car when you went outside. It was just covered. Wild,
Yeah.
bro. Just too much, man.
It's way too
Too
much.
much. Feels like 11, says Ryman Lemon. Yeah, it's not supposed to be this way. I left Virginia for this very reason. Yeah, I get it, man. Get those emergency alerts on your phones. Are you getting those alerts?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Well,
Getting
did you get an alert that said anything about Marvin Jones Jr.?
no. Well, I did actually. The Hayes Fawcett
There
edit
you go.
tweet. Yeah, so this time of year I follow Hayes Fawcett.
Hey, he's the one that finds out first, brother. He's the
Yeah.
one that finds out first because he's a good
Yeah.
artist.
At a certain point I'll unfollow him because I don't know. Like just show me some edits, bro. I don't need your opinions on
He's getting a little opinionated these days, isn't he?
Yes, yes, he is. Just show me some edits, bro. Let me know. Let me know. Just
Editorializing the edits. That's some
yeah.
funny shit. That is some funny shit. Well, big deal. I mean, look, I think it's a big move on their part. And we're gonna obviously talk about it in a segment. If you keep R. Mason Thomas, it makes it even a bigger thing because you have them on both sides ready to freaking tee off on guys on the other side. Kyle Dupuis, don't come in here with the negativity this morning, bruh. Don't do it. But welcome in. David Moyer, welcome in as well.
I mean, is the number one player in the portal not a big enough name for you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like that. We continue hearing this stuff from these dudes, and it's wild to me that you just forget about the fact that you went out and got material. You went out and got. I don't care about the name. I care about, to be honest with you, I bet you're probably going to want to know Anthony Evans is back in there in the portal. He obviously committed to Oklahoma at one point, ended up going to Georgia instead. You know what? He didn't have a whole lot of production, though. So, I don't know. Is he a big enough name for you? I don't know.
Yeah, like what is a big enough name for you? You know, the two brothers, is that like the pinnacle of pinnacle? Is it a big name or is it about hype? Is it about the hype?
And if you think about Zachariah Branch, look, I think he's a really good player, right? And I don't think that he's shown that though so much. I mean, he's done really well returning the ball, but apparently he doesn't do enough for Lincoln to put him in at receiver at all. And Lincoln loved the guy.
Yep.
Makai Lemon.
The people at a certain point have to like the stars coming out of high school were what they were, but that can't continue to follow them all the way through college. Like we have to start factoring in what they've done at their time in college, because like you can't be I don't know, it just don't make sense to me that somebody could be a 5-star and still like living off that 3 years later and like barely playing. Like, what are we doing?
Well, speaking of that, I mean, Malachi Nelson, another guy that was supposed to go in at the same time as Zachariah Branch.
UTEP, bro. UTEP.
How the mighty have fallen. That's a 5-star quarterback that can't get on the damn field unless he goes to a pretty trash program at UTEP.
Picks down. Right? You got horns down for Texas. The UTEP Miners, they got the axe pick. Picks down.
Picks down. Okay. The best story out of UTEP is the, Glory Road shit. And that didn't have shit to do with football. So it is what it is. Yeah, but yeah, Topher's right. Give me production over hype. Look, man, Giovanni Gibson is going to be big time as far as I'm concerned. You've got a couple of big time looking players as far as you've got production in him and the other kid that I always forget his name, but the one coming from, he was at Wisconsin for a while, played at UCLA a little bit. He was at Southern Illinois, I think, this last one, but he's got a lot of production. We know. And then look, if Deion Burke stays healthy, along with you got Jaden Gibson coming back too, and I don't think you need a whole lot more. Plus, you saw Ivan Carry-On making, finally starting to make some plays this past week, or in the bowl game. Look, I don't know what everybody wants. I don't think that we need a whole lot more on offense, just to be quite honest with you.
Oh, Colby commercial. More. I want more.
More. It is what it is, but
hey, but I had to call my boy Kane last night. Jamar Kane. I congratulated him on you know what I mean, making the playoffs, having a good year, and I told him that we just finished what he couldn't get done in landing Marvin Jones, because he was his recruiting. I had to talk a little shit to my guy.
Kyle, you got to stop. QB wasn't the problem last year. I beg to differ. It was a problem because they weren't playing Hawkins. Don't tell me it wasn't a problem. It was a fucking problem. You need to stop.
One of many.
You got to stop already, bro. You've been a downer for about 2 weeks, bro. Everywhere. I don't understand it. I don't understand.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yep.
Great Purple Orca. Welcome into the show. Let's see.
Purple Orca. Sounds like a strain of weed. That Purple Orca.
Yeah, it's getting close. It's getting close. Yeah, it is getting close. Welcome into the show, Greg Ray, Brandon Snake, Comanche Sooner. And you too, Kyle. You know I like you, but you're killing me lately. Topher, welcome into the show. Eric Barnett. Yeah, we'll see kind of what all happens, man. QB coach or lack thereof was a bigger problem. Yes, it was. Look, man, I think they're in good shape. That's the whole thing. If you stay healthy, you're in good shape. And the main thing is that if you need to me, I think offensively speaking, you needed a fucking game plan. Just a game plan. It would have worked. It could have worked itself out if you didn't have, a scaredy ass playing quarterback most of the year and a decent, half-ass decent game plan. They're probably fine. But I think that you're going to get that now. Look, if you haven't watched this offense, the things that they do, and having the kind of guys that, you guys are acting like these dudes don't know how to identify talent, and that's never been the case with any of these guys. None of them. It's crazy. What it do? What it do? Is Hawkins? If Hawkins is good, can I get my quarterback back? Probably not, bruh. Sounds like if he didn't go to Oklahoma, he was headed to Miami. I think you're screwed there, Wazoo. But sorry to tell you that. And I appreciate you coming back once again. But I don't see that happening, my guy. I just don't see that happening. Yeah, game plan. It was playing last year for sure. And not even good. Not even good. Just bad. Just bad.
Oh yeah, that cornerback did hurt, man. I thought he was coming. Washington State cornerback went to Miami. I can't remember his name right now, but yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, what happened there?
I don't know. Probably got the bag at Miami. That's all. I mean,
oh
that's the only
God!
thing I can
His
think
girlfriend came to Oklahoma to play soccer.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Hey, made a business decision, bro.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something.
there's honeys down in
Miami, Florida, and Miami ain't hurting for girls.
Listen, I get it. That kind of sucks. So, well, I do think that.
Hey, we were both thinking it at the same time. Like,
Brother, I'm telling you, dude, it's it is what it is.
Hilarious.
He's like, yeah,
gotcha, bitch.
Go ahead and sign with Oklahoma, and then, well, never mind.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
I'll see you there, hun.
Yeah, you can come visit me.
Go check Thaddeus Dixon. Thaddeus Dixon. All right, let me look. Let's see what he is.
Benji said, I'd leave my wife here in Texas if I go to Miami too. Delete that, Benji. You don't need that out there in the universe.
You don't need that out there in the universe, but that ain't the first time he said shit like that either. So just so you know, it's pretty funny though with Benji's.
Friends don't always win.
Yeah. Thaddeus, what was his last name?
Dixon.
Thaddeus Dixon. Oops. Gotta spell it right, dumbass. Come on. I'm not finding him. What year was he? What year was he, man?
I have no idea.
I'm asking Topher, but I can just do a regular ass Google search, I guess. 7. Da-da-da. Oh, Washington secondary guy. Okay. All Big Ten honorable mention cornerback. He might be better than the other guy. Maybe that's who they're getting. That'd be all right. Be cool with me. But tell me what you think about Marvin though.
So I think the dude, he raises, and this is exactly like I was watching Teddy and Gabe this morning, or listening to it as I was shoveling, and they said the same. I had the same thought last night. Like, he raises that floor of the edges, right? Like with that dude, man. He's played a lot of football. He's got experience, and I mean, built like a brick shit house, man. The dude looks the part. You know what I mean? Like, his dad was an absolute stud.
Yes, he was.
It's there. That part of it's there. And, he's got a chance to put up some real numbers, right?
Yeah.
Especially if we can, have leads in the fourth quarter, and he can get after the quarterback, and R. Mason Thomas, they're gonna have to probably double him or chip him. He's probably might have a lot on one-on-ones out there with a chance to win and make some splash plays and get those sack numbers up. I think it's good. I think it can only help, man. Like that D line is going to be formidable, to say the
Already
least.
formidable. It's already formidable. It's liable to be
Hey, if
all
PJ,
time good.
if PJ can be what we think he can be, man,
Mhm.
and you know,
And it's always good to have a guy pushing you, man. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I mean, there's a lot of talent, man. Like I think Okoye, like we got to get him on the field somehow, some way. He's got real ability and freakishly. Man, I'm telling you, dude. Like when I see Okoye, I just like, man, that
That's
dude
the
is
other thing that you got Okoye too, and I mean, this is a dude that we're
a
expecting
killer.
things from. And listen, CJ Nixon, I know he's a freshman, but that dude is a straight
Yeah,
up animal too, man. And I mean,
yep,
you know, you don't have to have him come along too quick or anything like that. You don't have to have, but and then on top of that, Nigel Smith is going to play some out there,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And Nigel, listen, let's not forget about Nigel Smith. That dude is a freaking animal, a dog.
Nope, nope. There's. I'm telling you, it's it's rich, man. We're starting to stack it up, man, and it's a good feeling. But when you start stacking them up like that, man, like, oh, here we go. Like, how long can we keep them? Is there enough snaps to go around? And
Yeah.
that kind of sucks to me, but it's an aspect of college football right now, man. But there's a lot, man. There is a lot. RMT, Marvin Jones, MJJ, MJ squared. What we gotta do, man? We gotta come up with a new nickname for him, right? Um,
Well,
there's gonna
meet me at
be
the
a
quarterback.
Koye,
You meet me at the
PJ,
quarterback for that group, man.
dude,
You know,
Nigel. I mean, what about Wine? You
bro,
know,
they've been saying nothing but
yeah,
great things about him. He's an
yeah,
animal too,
yeah.
you know?
I feel
So,
like there's somebody else I'm missing on that edge that
what
we're
about
not.
that guy? What about the kid from Michigan that, what's his name? Oh, shit. He was part of the power line. Come on now. Give it to
Oh,
me.
yeah, White Gilmore,
Wyatt Gilmore. There he is.
Minnesota,
Minnesota, not Michigan, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Big ass dog.
Yeah,
And that dude was hitting fools, man.
dude, I was telling Mike that the other day. I'm like, dude, this highlight film was crazy, bro. He's coming off the edge smoking dudes. Like, yeah, he broke his foot early in the year, I think, and was a little down in spring ball. So yeah, man,
Hey,
we
bro.
got the waffle kid. I remember seeing stuff from my day. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
good, dude. Like I'm telling you, bro, we start coming at these fools in waves. You know what I mean? Like we're just bringing them in.
Yep.
Coming at them in waves, man. It's gonna be
The
dope.
floor continues to rise on the defensive side of the ball. It really does. And
Yeah,
look, as far as this, what about the Branch Sport big whiff? I don't think it's a whiff at all. I think they didn't target him. If you didn't notice that they didn't really have a whole lot of room for safeties as it was.
yeah,
And they
yeah,
got they got other guys coming in that, are gonna be waiting to get their time as well. The safety room is full, and so why are they gonna put a bunch of money up there when Zion isn't gonna get on the field, and Zachariah Branch, listen, man, he hasn't shown that he can get on the field off as a receiver either. Lincoln,
yeah,
you gonna tell me Lincoln wasn't trying to get him on the field? Because I have a hard time believing that shit.
yeah.
It's just
I would agree, man. And I feel like there's an aspect that we don't talk about with some of these kids, um, realizing that they ain't what the hype was up to be. So they're just going to continue to jump in the portal year after year to make money while they can, because they kind of probably like, damn, I might not make it to the league, so I need to get money now. So you have to look at that. You have to look at that and see that kind of perspective when you're evaluating these kids and recruiting them, and who's in the portal for the right reasons. You know what I mean? And who's in the portal to try to get paid? Are you just trying to jump year to year, be a hired assassin every year? And
I
I
don't
don't
even
think
know that
those.
that's necessarily Zachariah Branch because I think that
No, no,
he
no.
stuck
I'm
around for
just
2
talking
years trying,
overall.
but
Yeah, I'm just talking overall, and I don't think Oklahoma is in the business of that. Like I think you're trying to see them trying to get dudes with 2, maybe 3 years. Like it's been mentioned before, it ain't no secret, like a shift in the portal strategy. But yeah, Oklahoma's just not going to get in a bidding war. Oklahoma's going to do their assessment and evaluation of the players. And if they like him and they feel like he can help and he's the type of program dude that they want, they're going to try to get him.
Right.
And I just, for some reason, that U.S. the branch, doesn't that name Branch?
Yeah, Zach Branch.
Yeah, I don't know. He just doesn't.
Look, he's
seem
electric in
like
the
a
kicking
fit.
game, but apparently, that tells me because of the fact that he's electric in the kicking game, then there's got to be something wrong with what he's doing as a receiver. Either he doesn't catch the shit, or his route running is trash, or whatever it is. But if something's going on that Lincoln wasn't getting him on the field, if you know that he's a touchdown waiting to happen, it feels weird to me that he hadn't gotten on the field in 2 years, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just struggle with it. So to me, just because he's, you know, a 5-star coming in doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot. And you know, you just saw it on there. 5-star doesn't seem as prestigious as it once did. That's because they ain't the only dudes out there. Number one, there's 32 of those cats. And yeah, it's one thing you could have all the measurables, you can have all the speed, you can have all that stuff, and you just might not be that good of a football player when it gets to this, gets to the level that we're talking about. We're trying to go win a natty. And the truth is, a lot of guys slip through the cracks because they don't spend every dollar their family has, or some of their families don't have money at all, going to these damn, you know, camps and stuff. It's just, and most people don't even know what to do to get recruited.
Yeah.
It kind of is what it is, man.
You need to listen to Coach Dent's pod.
No doubt. You better be listening to Coach Dent's pod. If you're trying to be recruited, get over there and talk to him. But I'll tell you right now, we were talking about the kid down in hold on a second. Let me look it up real quick before I say this. Where's Kid Chris's text here? Yeah, here we go.
8 out. Comanche Sooner, I need a source on that because I love that stat. You need to tell me where you got that. 8 times out of 10, 5 stars are busts.
That's a lot.
Yeah, drop that in the
yeah, do you
chat.
have that?
Like I need to. That's legit, man.
Damn. All right, so like, I'll put it to you this way. So, wow, man, this kid, Jaden Hill, he goes to Tupelo High School. He's a 2026 guy.
Oh yeah.
The size of X-Rob, little faster.
Yep.
Straight up won the state championship at the highest level this past year. They hadn't won a state championship apparently in that place in a while. Okie Light offered him. But right now he's committed to Jeff Levy at Mississippi State. He's from Tupelo, Mississippi. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But same, you know. Apparently DeMarco knows about him. No offer yet.
Yeah, I mean, what year? What class is he?
26.
Do we got our 26 class sold up at running back already?
We just had a decommit from a top 100 guy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, man, you have to.
But I mean, if you're looking at the recruiting rankings, he's top 600. This kid is a monster.
Yeah,
look at his damn numbers. Go watch him play. I mean, look, all you got to do is just take a look because the guy's for real. I don't know, man. To me, I don't really give a shit about recruiting rankings. Your son, he's a 3-star on most everybody's board, and we know better than that. The same with Reggie Powers was a top 100 guy.
Yeah, Reggie got bumped.
Yeah,
Reggie got a good bump, bro.
He should have gotten a good bump. He's a baller, you know. But you look at Jaden Jackson, completely underrated. The guy started every game of his freshman year at defensive tackle in the SEC. And he was like 450 or something like that when he committed.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, man. Listen, you ain't got to tell me, bro.
I'm still
you
saying.
You got to tell me.
I know I don't, but I mean, this is why we sit here talking about this stuff. It seems like every fucking week. Every
Yeah, well,
week. Sooner Cowboys
it's
people
never
that
gonna
are
stop, dude.
yeah,
It's never gonna
it's
because
killing me.
these 247 on 3 and rivals, they got the industry by on a chokehold, you know what I mean? Like, they're the end all be all for this stuff and these rankings and,
Bro,
you
you
know,
don't know what the hell you're
I'm not
talking
mad
about
at it.
still. This dude, you just keep on showing up talking that shit, Mr. LSU guy. Fuck out of here. Bullshitter.
What
Our Sharp's replacement any
H
good?
what see, like, I don't know, man. H-Town.
Yeah, he's full of shit, bro.
Somebody
Yeah,
knocking the boots.
yeah.
You don't know about that. Little H-Town?
Little H-Town. Damn, you throwing him back there. That a boy. Isn't Kewan Jones' son in the 26th class? He's a dog. Okay. Hey, that'd be cool. Kewan Jones was a bad dude. He was a bad
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Look, man, they're gonna need more than one. And I don't know. But I like the class you got coming in. Whether you get him or not isn't even the point. The point being is this is a guy that can straight up go do it. You know? And
Yeah.
I don't care what their rank is. If you can watch him and and I mean, if the production is there and he's playing at the highest level in the state that per capita puts out a lot of ballers. Pretty much everybody out of that Alabama, Mississippi all-star game that they have every year, they generally, I think Marcus was saying that the numbers like 12 of those guys that play in that game every year are getting drafted. Like up to 12 of them. That's insanity. What's up there, Bob? And Oklahoma ganja grower. Auburn Doom forever. Oh, there's no Auburn Doom. Fatty 71. What else we got? I'm getting a little feedback there from you. You got something going on in there?
Who, me?
Yeah. Are you
Oh, nope. I'm just trying to get my son motivated to get his ass out there and start shoveling.
that damn phone is what it is. That's what it is. I was having issues with it with Marcus the other night too.
Really?
We aren't really SEC. Been told over and over all season. Don't try to claim us now. Yeah, he's talking shit. I don't know why he keeps popping in here because he talks all kinds of shit too, and then I keep dogging him back. Yeah, yeah, big Bo been digging in them crates. We did have CDs back in these days when
Yeah.
H popped in.
Well, don't get me wrong, man. I remember I used to have them 45s, bro, back in the day.
Yeah,
8 tracks too. Yeah. Shoot. I
yeah.
went through
Oh,
it
shit,
all, man.
same situation as OU, and they've been in the SEC. Been in the SEC. Better stop that, man. Yeah, and this is the same guy that, hey guys, I'm not taking a whole lot of what he says to heart. This is a guy that just got done telling me how last time he was on, he was telling me how great BK is, and we all know that's bullshit. So I don't know what else to really say. Just is what it is. This is not the 80s, 90s. Oklahoma's not getting the Adrian Petersons out of Texas anymore. Oh, see, now you don't know shit. You don't know shit. In fact, Torrey Blaylock, wait till you see him. And they got Taylor Tatum last year. They got the guys. They're getting the guys. That ain't the problem. Again, you don't know shit about Oklahoma football, brother. Tape is not enough to get recruited. Kids got to go to these camps. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because
Yes.
those dudes are too fucking lazy to go watch them play.
At the end of the day, man, some of these kids got to get it out the mud, man. Especially it's not like it was through 2-3 years ago, man, where there's scholarships to go around. You know what I mean? And teams are gonna build through high school, like the portal and the roster cuts. Like it is severely degrading the chances and abilities for high school kids to go places, man, and get on D1. Some kids got to take that JUCO, you know what I mean, and ball out and show put it on tape. Got to have tape, man. I always had a hashtag on my tweets. When Mike was starting to blow up, a hashtag the tape talks, right? The tape talks. You have to put shit on tape because if you don't, like, It doesn't matter. You can go out there and run, 7-on-7s and score tutties and do little dances and all that stuff when you're done. But if it ain't on a game film, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You got to put it on tape, man. The tape talks. I'm gonna start bringing that shit back.
It should. It should. And that's the whole deal. I don't give a shit about what you do in a combine setting. That don't mean shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. Look, it is what it is, man. He's explosive though, and yeah, I mean, you got to fix that little problem. It's a hiccup. A lot of running backs have it at times. It doesn't mean it's the end. He can figure it out. Yep.
Well,
Yeah, H-Town stop talking that silly shit. Yeah. What about Fasusi? Yeah. Marvin Jones Jr., talking about that. Why didn't he end up there at, defensively starved LSU? That's why. I didn't say Lincoln Riley was worth the shit. I didn't say he was. Keep hollering. He's not. What has he done? He hadn't done nothing but underachieve. Can't beat Florida State, bro. Or Lincoln. Or Lincoln for that matter. He's over here giving the SEC a bad name, losing to Lincoln Riley. When nobody loses to Lincoln Riley in the SEC. Nobody. Except for now, you guys and A&M. It's not shocking that A&M did it too. Not shocking that A&M did it too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll say this. I want him to have rhythm, but X Robin Tatum, all you need. Have you watched Torrey Blaylock? Had the speed that this dude has. Whew.
And like here's I'm of, and I know this isn't the current landscape of college football these days, but I'm always of the like sometimes you got to wait your turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to be patient and wait your turn. And I just feel like it's Oklahoma, man. Like we got running backs and
Right.
sometimes you just got to wait your turn, man. You know what I mean? It's just it is what it is. And I know kids ain't patient like that anymore, and all this and that. But you can make some nice change sitting there developing and get better. And I don't know. I just think that people always look at it from a different aspect. I got to play right now. I'm this and that. Bro, it doesn't always work out for freshmen coming in and playing right away in college football. Sit back, get your body developed, get your body right, learn, hone your skills, and when it's your turn, it's your turn, and be ready for it. You know what I mean? But you make a lot of money right now just sitting there, getting your body right and waiting your turn. It's crazy. People, the way people view things is just sometimes a little ass backwards to me. But it is what it is.
Lincoln got his get, but shit. That's a team that went 7-6, bro. You do realize that, right? It's bad. It's not bad. It's not a good loss. It's not a good loss. Yeah. Next year I don't know. I think that would be one of it. One of the things that you might see him do. Jacob Jordan about to have a monster year. Look, I like Jacob Jordan as much as the next guy. If he's having a monster year, that probably means that our receivers are still not very good.
I think he'll get some snaps. I think where he's going to be behind Burks. He's going to be behind Burks in the slot. But I mean, yeah.
No hate to Jacob Jordan. I like the guy. The dude's a freaking walk-on that ain't got a whole lot of speed. If he is getting big time and dominating, he's not going to dominate. But if he's getting a ton of playing time other than like third down, possession type snaps, probably not doing very
well.
We're
right back where we were this year. And
yeah, because he would have never played this year otherwise.
No. Well, hey man, like I give it to him, man. He made another dude look like a dumbass in the Navy game. He had two dudes running into each other.
I'm not saying he's done run great.
No, I'm not saying he's, but like every time he catches the ball, you know what I mean? He makes people miss. We haven't had a lot of that at all. That receiver, I can only really think of 2 times this year
It was bad all year. Well, this is a low bar, brother. It's a low bar this year.
Yeah. But yeah, like he's the only guy that I seen make people miss and make people look dumb. He did it to the dude against South Carolina on the sideline, and he did it against Navy. But other than that, I ain't seen nobody like make somebody miss and make them look dumb.
Yeah. And I think once the guys that were slated to be starters and supposed to be your big time guys started getting, when they weren't in, you weren't getting a whole lot of separation from most of those guys. That I don't know, man. It's tough to see that being like a good thing for him. And again, shout out to Jacob Jordan for doing what he did, because he definitely earned his scholarship. All that other stuff. I got nothing but love for the guy. But look, let's just be real. You need better than that. You need better athletes than that to get going.
Oh, he's gonna be a player though.
Close to Drake Stoops that we have. Okay, good. Well, Drake Stoops, not for nothing, love the guy. He wasn't dynamic either. Not dynamic. Yeah, I mean, look, okay. I'm not even gonna say anything else about Drake, because it's just there's a difference in athletes.
Hey man,
that's enough. I've said enough.
He's a white receiver, bro. You gotta love him.
I do love a wide receiver, but they're not much. Oh man, yeah. Mateer's targets going to be Burks. Yeah, Mateer's targets are going to be Burks, Giovanni Gibson, and Lewis. We'll see. It's possible. It's definitely possible. And I think, hey, listen, Jaden Gibson, if he's healthy, do not count that cat out, because he's an alpha male, and love having him at 6'6" on the other side too. The Gibson, the Gibson law firm ought to do it. I'm good with that.
Hey man, like is that a dig? Is that like a diss on Drake Stoops, Larry? Drake couldn't even make an NFL team. Like, he's on the Rams practice squad, if I'm not mistaken.
No, but he ended up going. Isn't he playing for Stoops in the XFL or whatever it is they play in?
Yeah, I could have sworn I just heard Bob Stoops the other day talking about he's on the practice squad with the Rams and learning.
And I think he can look. It takes time sometimes for those cats to become that dude. And even like Wes Welker, I mean, it worked out for him.
Levels, bro.
There is
levels to this.
But the one thing I'll say about, like, he reminds you of kind of a Julian Edelman type guy. He may not be as athletic as Julian, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Julian was, and he was just a football player, man. That's what Drake is too. But I mean, let's just be real. I'm just gonna say he learned to play the game very well. You know what I mean? Understood Trojan baseball, understood the scramble drill. Knew to run crisp route.
He was in the right spot, man.
And he learned how to do things. He learned how to play the football game. That's what it is. When you don't have like ridiculous amounts of talent, you have to do everything better than the other guy. You have to make sure that you're crispy on. And look, I'm just saying, I love Drake Stoops as much as the next guy, and I like Jacob Jordan as much as the next guy. But let's just be real: is that guy probably going to be an NFL type talent? No. You're not going to get a ton of separation for a long time. And I'm just saying, that's just one of those deals that, yes, I think
the odds say that. Yeah, you're like, the odds are in your favor on that.
And look, him being the best receiver on the team last year didn't really help a whole lot. Just going to say it. So,
yeah.
And Drake was absolutely dependable. If you need a first down catch, that's what I think that you're going to get out of Jordan too. This is the kind of guy that, look, he's going to run a good route. He's not afraid of getting hit. You go across the middle and get that ball on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. That's a guy that you like to have. Good possession receiver, but he's a possession receiver. These other guys, more important. He was dependable. I agree. Yep. I agree. Coming after everything this year. I think Jaden's going to be coming after everything this year too. And man, when the light clicked on with that guy, it was a different deal. When the lights clicked on with him, he was a different man. Okay. So you guys trying to tell me that he's better than the other receivers that they brought in? Because I think you know better than that. Oh, you're gonna have to move that phone away from you. It's giving me some weird shit.
Is it really? That's crazy.
Yeah, you're getting some weird shit.
So
I don't
it's
know
the
why.
drones.
It's been like that lately. The
drones.
It could be. I don't think anybody's doing it. I don't think there's any drones flying around here in Hobbs, but you never know. But I get it. I'm just not doing it. I'm just not going to do this anymore, guys. I'm going to sit here and tell you that. Look, I hope that they're great at receiver. I don't care who's there, but look, you need some dynamics. Stoops was missed because of. I think the reason that you missed Stoops so much was his leadership. It comes from being, a head coach's kid and figuring it out. Kyle says it's the Feds. They're not coming for me. But yeah, we got something weird going on here.
It's the Feds.
Feds.
You hearing that click?
Yeah. We got something going on.
Yep. Yeah, they're probably listening to us, man. We was on that space last night listening. They probably
Possibly. I'm not bringing that up today. Hey, Big Mike, Wi-Fi doing pretty good today. It has been. It did really well last week and the week before too.
Hey, Greg Ray, I appreciate you for noticing. Like this 45-year-old non-tech, all right? Like let me tell you something. Like I'm baseline with my tech, right? Like I'm mid as fuck with my tech, right? I had to troubleshoot this myself. These internet companies just kept having me do all this bullshit, and I figured that shit out on myself. So that's a big win, and I appreciate you for noticing, man. Thank you.
It's awesome. I wonder if maybe they are tapping a line or something like that, seeing how it happened with Marcus's the other night. Pretty bad. It was bad.
Oh, yeah.
What's happening with yours too? Is there any bugs? I actually have some stuff to find those things. So
yeah, I bet you do. I'm about to say.
I do have stuff to find those things. Yeah. So yeah. I miss Stoops for winning the Red River in OT or a late catch. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Lemon, this is what I'm talking about. Like me and my tech, like Discords, like I listen, man, Twitter is too much for me. Like I don't know if I can do
chat room, bro. It's just like I don't know shit about Discord really. It's if it weren't for Ryman and Benji, my Discord would be completely mid. Completely mid. If even that. In fact, it wasn't even that. It was trash. It was ass. No doubt about it. Shout out to Ryman Lemon and Stephen G. My guys. Appreciate you guys as always. I've been trying to get you guys to send me your damn email addresses, both of you, because got something for you both. And didn't I send something to you too? Didn't I send you a link the other day? I believe I did. Big Mike, did you hear me?
You sent me a link? I thought you were talking to people on the thing.
Oh, I sent you a link.
You sent me a link.
Okay.
What?
Then you can get my number. I actually have Lehman's number. That's right. I can do that too. All right. Yep. Stevie G is Discord God. Hey, man, these guys do have it down. They figured it out. And it's been cool. Everybody loves it. If you want to become, if you want to get into our Discord, all you got to do is become a member of the Hall of Fame College Football Mafia. You can do that by becoming a channel member, $2.99 a month at the minimum. That gets you into our Discord, gets you into some of this. Actually, I have a column that is going to be for members only. Will be coming out tomorrow. Members only. So if you don't become a member, you can't read it. And you're probably going to want to read this one. I think most of you will. But mid AF, didn't you? Yeah, facts. Yeah. So Jason, live commitment.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Is there a live commitment? Who
Yeah,
did-
Kendall Daniels, that safety linebacker dude from Oklahoma State.
Is he coming?
Yep,
He's coming to
Yep.
OU?
yep.
That's gonna piss off Okie Light something serious. I love it.
Oh shit.
I love it.
Hey, not like yes, Oklahoma got a good commit. Like you're too petty,
Well, they
bro.
did get a good commit. They did get a good
Yeah,
commit.
I know, but the first thing out of your mouth is just gonna piss off Okie Light, bro. That's so
Fucking A,
petty.
man,
I
it's
love it.
much more important than the other
Hey,
part.
I'm gonna start calling you Richard Petty, bro. I'm calling you Richard Petty.
Hey, listen, whatever.
Hilarious. Oh
Fuck
shit.
Okie Light. Hey, you know what? Just remember,
People that are negative and voicing their opinion are the same ones that can't pay their own bills.
same one that can't pay their own
Oh
bills.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, white boy wide receivers are like fat chicks. You better have great technique, and you need to
No,
major in the minors. Well done, adjust the hat. Well done.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
Where is it?
Settle down, Stevie G. We're gonna get there.
We're gonna be good. Dabo has fired Wes. Yep. So these new additions.
Thanks for the
Good.
segue.
It's a good segue. New additions. Now, will they add another new addition in Wes Goodwin from Clemson, who could possibly bring some guys with him? Who's to say? Who's to say? What do you think? Are you interested in that one now? I mean, it doesn't feels to me like if he was going to make Brandon the DC, he would have done it, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I might
I think B Hall has done it before at a high level. So it's, obviously it wasn't at, a major program, but he's been successful both times. So
yeah.
do we want a guy? I knew this was going to be the first question we got. Do we want a guy that just got fired?
Valid question though.
Huh?
It's a valid question.
It is, except for he was good enough under BV to get the job and here's the other. Okay, that's the easy way to go about it, though. So let's just look at it this way. Let me ask you this way. Does it matter that he was fired at Clemson? I don't know. I think that he got the job because he worked for Venables before, right? Then I would just say, there's a few questions. Is there anyone else that's worth hiring that, would even take it and not even just that's worth hiring? Because we know there's a lot of good coordinators out there. And you can go hire any of them. It doesn't matter if they have a job or not. But here's the thing. Is anybody that's worth their salt that you're going to want to go make a big splash with? Are they going to come to Oklahoma with BV in trouble? You couldn't make the huge splash with the offensive coordinator. I guess you could say you did because Buckle is bringing material with him. I get that part. I'm not even bad mouthing that, but you wanted to go get a guy like, if you were trying to go and get, what's his name that ended up at UNLV, Dan Mullen. That didn't happen. And everybody you weren't able to go and get a guy like Will Stein to make a flip and come over there. Look, they didn't even get Kotelnicki. And they suck at Penn State because they don't have receivers that can separate. I don't know, man. To me, they don't suck. They're in the semifinals of the CFP.
They got that tight end though, bro.
They do have that. Holy shit.
Stud, dude.
Yeah, but again, they're pretty one-dimensional though, for the most part. That's the whole thing. But even with a situation like that where they haven't had good receivers in a while at Penn State, you weren't able to pry him away either. So, GJ Kinney would be another guy that I would have said I would have went after before I even started at Buckle. Now, I do like having Arbuckle. I think he's going to be fine. The point is, why would you go and get a guy like, let's say, who's somebody you guys want to go see that you guys have been talking about a lot? Dude from Wisconsin. Okay. Why would he do that? He's already in a situation where they're probably going to fire his head coach Now, why would he do that? If you're at, I mean, you could go after. Do you think you're going to be able to get somebody like what's his name? The former Florida head coach, and now he's been at Georgia for a while. I don't know. In the end, I don't know that it matters because I think that BB's going to call the fucking defense anyway, just like he always does.
Man, we've had this conversation before, man. Like, come in there, be the defensive coordinator under BV. Who gives a shit if it's BV's defense? Be great at it and get you a head coaching job in a couple years and make millions. Like,
Yep.
What is the problem? What is
Exactly.
the problem?
Yeah. I mean, look, Zach Alley was is a numbnut, dumbass. Sorry. I just got to say it. It didn't matter if you were, I mean, everybody was saying that you were calling everything. So you could have just sucked that up for until however long. You still look good because you got to, whatever happens, you'll either end up with a job because now you've gotten even better, like maybe next year. Because if this offense is good and the defense is what we think it's about to be, you just even look better, And not for nothing, but shit, he wasn't able to recruit these guys at linebacker, and here we are getting Kendall Daniels. You know what I mean? So, whatever. In my opinion, it doesn't matter who they get. That was the whole point I was going to make. I don't give a shit who you go get. Doesn't matter. You can go get Wes because he works well with BV. Everybody knows that. He apparently is very good as far as drawing up game plans and scheming. He's great at that part. Now, whether or not he's going to do anything, it doesn't even matter. I don't know about the Alex Grinch part. It might fall apart just by him touching it. But hey, it is what it is. Aside from that, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Yep.
Big Mike for DC. No, sir. No.
Big Mike for DC.
I don't know if you're talking about me, but no, I'm not. Let me tell you something. Nope.
Not interested.
Nope. Not. Let me tell you something, dude. My son and I sat there and watched the Army game, and he was going through some stuff and talking about his responsibilities and what happens when this happens. And no, I'm not doing it. I couldn't even grasp what he was talking about. The shit just didn't make sense to me, bro. Like, nah. I can't. It's a D coordinator. You got to know D line, linebackers, safeties, corners. You got to know all that. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Nope.
No, and I think, like I said, and Brandon says it here. You learn from it, get better at your job. I mean, he's a young guy. I mean, maybe he would. And look, they weren't terrible on defense this year at Clemson. They didn't stop the run against Texas. They fired him for that. I mean, is it a step down from what it's been from BV? Yeah, it has. It has been. I don't know what to say. I mean, that's kind of everybody is.
Here's the thing with Zach Alley and like the whole he didn't want to be under Brent Venables and listen, dude, you were in the Brent Venables coaching tree from the jump. It was never going to change. You're still under the Brent Venables coaching tree at West Virginia because he brought you up as a grad, you know what I mean, and did all that stuff. So I just don't get that aspect of it, dude. It was never going to change whether you go, be your own man under Rich Rod and whatever, man. I'm not talking about that shit no more. It's the dumbass decision. So
dumbass decision.
Live with it, and hope everything works out for him. But that shit was dumb.
I don't hope
your pride and ego, man.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
To tell any of your players that you're coming back, and then the next day leave, and you don't get. I mean, I'm sure there's if he told that, BV probably told him, no, don't call the players, don't do any of that, because obviously, don't be fucking tampering with my players. I get that. If if you're gonna be, the way that he clearly is, I wouldn't want him to talk to him either. But it was a chicken shit move, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah. I don't think he's just on the fact that it was a chicken shit move. I mean, though we thought Lewis Carter was going to go there. Nope, UCF. You know what I mean? So, you know what, man? Like, I think the players felt the type of way about that, man, and they're like, "Why would I go? Why would I go there with you to West Virginia?" You know what I mean? Jimmy Satterfield,
Even
11
G,
to
what are you
14
doing?
inches was the total. 11 to 14. Yep.
Clemson's secondary was also very good. He's been recruiting all that, and that's the other thing is this guy gets it. He knows what he's doing. They're going to be fine, and the secondary is all that going to be all that here. Here's another thing that, and you know something that, matter of fact, I got to give a shout out to a Texas creator because she was talking about how you had people talking about the secondary being trash last week against Arizona State. When you, and we've said this a bunch of times, but this is what she said, and she put it very eloquently, that when your defense is on the field for 40 minutes, they're going to give up some damn points. They're going to break every once in a while. Shit's going to happen. And if you're not putting an offense out there that can, first off, put up some points, which Texas does that, but they don't have drives that they sustain an awful lot of the time. They have stupid turnovers at times, dumb shit like that. And it's, look, I would just tell you that Really Flawed is her name. Really Flawed is her name. She's awesome. But I just say she said it, and she wasn't wrong because, look, they had their secondary was fine for most of the year. When they've gotten up against a few better teams, shit's going to happen a little bit. But I don't think that you can sit there and say that just because Oklahoma's defense at times gave up the big play. I wonder why you think that is. There got to be a point where all of those guys started thinking, I got to go out here and make a play. Billy Bowman, I'm going to try to jump this route. He loves to do that shit anyway. And it's high risk, high reward. But when you're not putting up any points and your defense is working its ass off, sometimes they start feeling like, hey, we're going to have to turn it up a notch here. It is what it is. 96 plays. Oof. Damn.
Yeah, no holding calls.
No holding calls. Thoughts on NIL collective and parents winning formula? The NIL collective. What are my thoughts on the NIL collective? I'm not sure exactly what you're asking me. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, wait. How's that chicken shit move? Because he took a step back to the Big 12, bruh.
Bro, are you not hearing us? Bro, he is never going to get out of
He doesn't
shadow.
understand much. He doesn't
He's never gonna get out of it. It's never gonna happen. He's in his tree. He's in the BV coaching tree. It's never not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at there, Geese even saying it. OU's defense was elite this year. Yeah, and it's not going to get worse. It's not going to get worse. The floor keeps raising, and they don't. They lost Billy Bowman. They're going to lose Stutzman. They lost Stutzman, but adding a guy like Kendall Daniels, there's another guy that has a ton of experience and he's been very good. He got a lot of bad rap for the way that the season ended. I don't necessarily blame him for taking a play off here and there when nobody gave a shit from the coaching staff to make sure that you were winning football games either at Okie Light. So that bullshit was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kendall Daniels for shitting on Okie Light and Richard Petty it is. Bring it on. I love it. I think it's gonna be really good. I think it's gonna be really good. There. What up, Duke? Good to see you, my man. He is to Bevo what Tebow is to Leach. Who is what? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about Wes Goodwin. Okay, got it. He does recruit well. We know that part. This is the guy that I think they successfully pulled Sammy Brown. So, and we were trying to get him.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But whether or not, I don't care. But yeah, whatever, dude. He's the only reason that he's in a position to do any of that shit is because of BV at age 29. So it was a chicken shit move. And I'll say it again. Shut up, Benji.
Shut up, little dumbass.
This is a fucking Oklahoma show.
Yeah.
We will say what we say.
Little dumbass.
Little dumbass. And
the brand has finally returned. Fuck your brand.
there it is there. Yeah. He actually likes it when I turn that one on. Yes, Landry Jones. He did take a position at Tennessee. First time as a analyst. Shout out to Landry. Good for him. It's probably going to be good. I don't know if it's good for us, but it's good for them. It'll be good for Nico. I would tell you that.
For sure for Nico.
Yeah, no doubt. The pod merch. Yeah, make sure you guys check out our pod merch store. hofmedia.us/pod-merch. We got a lot of horns down gear in there for all you Oklahoma fans. Get in there and check it all out. We got some cool shit. We've got some better stuff all the time. But, hey, Big Mike could be wearing some of it, but he doesn't pay attention to the links I send him.
Listen, man. Did you send an email?
Huh?
Did you send an email?
No. I just texted it to you.
Oh, really?
Maybe I did send it to email. Maybe I did send it to your email.
Let me tell you something. That might be because for some reason your stuff goes straight to the junk. I don't know why.
I don't know why either, but maybe because you did that. Maybe because you sent it like that, you dick.
Yeah.
I've got some merch. Do I have merch? These. Got the hat with the logos. We got all kinds of stuff, man. Get in there and check it out. hofmedia.us/pod-merch. They can check it and look themselves. You also have, if you were looking for licensed gear, officially licensed Oklahoma, Texas, whatever gear you may want to wear, jump onto our Fanatics partner store, hofmedia.us/fanatics. That's hofmedia.us/fanatics. Get a better deal with that link than you'll get on Fanatics every day. So get in there and check it out. I've seen stuff as high as 70% off, free shipping a lot of the time, all kinds of cool stuff that you don't get if you just go to the regular link. So get in there and check it out. And as always, you can definitely save money on your wireless bill by switching to Mint Mobile. Try mintmobile.com/HOF. They're only got until February 2nd for you to get 3 months at $15 a month. Unlimited talk, text, and data on the nation's largest 5G network. Get in there and check it out. Try mintmobile.com/HOF. You know what the best way to help out is? Hit the freaking like button. We've had 500 people in here already. We got 35 likes. That's actually better than normal at this time. So
what's that percentage, bro? That's a terrible percentage.
It's a low percentage. It's a low percentage, man. Less than 10%. So it's about 6%, 6.5%. Yeah, we could do better. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's not like you guys are freaking sending me a bunch of super chats if you're not an Elio. You know what I mean? I've gotten a few this morning, though. So, hit the damn like button. It's the easiest way. It's free. Just do that. I got you. Appreciate it. All right. Hey, like this. We do. The one where Quinn broke the passing record in the Big 12. What are we talking about? Big whoopty shit. The passing. When did he break the passing record in the Big 12? What are you talking about? Why is Sooner Cowboys in here? How can he be in here? Kicked his ass out of here a while back.
Hey, Legend ain't in here, man. Legend ain't in here. That's why he's still in here.
Benji. Let's see who else is. Somebody's got to get him out. Get him out. All right, dude. We got over 100 people in the stream right now, and we're not getting likes. You guys got to help us out, man. Don't be like that.
Yeah. Hey, if it's a hate like I'm good with that.
Okay with that too. You can even hit the dislike if you really hate us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can do that.
Yep.
But Fatty71 says he's a hacker. He's a slacker for sure. Slacker for sure. Yeah, we're kicking him out. Booted off my channel. I told him not to bring up that shit no more, and he continued. Not dealing with it no more. He's had his moments. He's had his chances. All right. What else are we going to talk about? Hey, let's talk about that whole. Oh, Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer says that the SEC's dominance is over. Overrated. They're overrated. Urban Meyer's bold claim that the dominance is over. Is this reality, or are they just talking shit and wishful thinking?
I just don't. I don't understand. Like what? What does he like? What does he mean by that? Yeah, I mean, I get what he means, but like, I just, I just don't understand how like this conference stuff, man. It
Does
just
the Big
or
Ten not have to? I mean, does the Big Ten not have to like win a bunch of them before you say shit like that? I mean,
that's what I'm saying, like,
assuming that Texas doesn't win it, because I do assume that Texas doesn't win it. I mean, I don't foresee them beating Ohio State this weekend. In fact, I got money on it. Says they don't. But that being said, even if they don't, you got to win more than a couple of these things before you get to start pounding your fucking chest. And if that dominance isn't over, wouldn't like the ACC or the Big 12 really have to go out there and make a run at it too? Because I don't know, man. I don't really see that happening.
I mean, did it? I mean, so technically, the SEC dominance would have ended when Michigan won the national title, right?
No. They've won 13 out of 19. Natties.
Yeah.
13 out of 19.
Well, I just don't understand. I just don't understand the conference, like the conference rooting and like, yeah, I just, it's so weird to me, bro. You won. You were in the SEC, bro. You won.
But he was
And
in the Big Ten
that's
last.
the part that confuses me, right? I don't know. I don't know.
Look, but this, okay, this down year you're talking about, right? We're talking about you had 3 teams in that had within 2 losses. So, okay, we all know that SMU didn't belong in over whether you wanted to put any of those three loss teams in, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Alabama. And people are going to sit here and say, well, Alabama just got beat by Michigan again. So fucking what? It's a damn bowl game that nobody gets up for anymore. They had a lot of guys that didn't play. And it's a fucking bowl game that nobody cares about. Michigan probably did because Sharon needs wins. He needed wins. And anytime you're playing an SEC school, if you're from any other conference, it's a big deal for you. But that doesn't, you still have a winning record in the bowl season, not as much as dominance as you would like. Look, guys, as long as these things continue to not really be incentivized for these kids to play in them, they're not going to. Particularly if they're getting ready to leave or whatever, you know? It's just not really going to happen very often. The point is, you know damn good and well that most of these teams, that unless they're actually going to start evening up these schedules, because they don't do it. So you can sit there. This narrative is cute and all. It really is. It's cute. And I get it that everybody's sick and tired of ESPN and all their bullshit. I understand it. I'm not saying that I don't. But if we're going to live in reality, it's going to take a lot more than one fucking national championship and possibly a second one before I'm going to tell you that the SEC isn't the best conference in the country, because we know better. But I don't really root for the conference either. And here's the other thing. I don't give a fuck about whether or not, you know?
It's weird to me, man.
Yeah, I'm not big on rooting for. You're not hearing me chanting SEC. That shit ain't happening. But I know it's better.
I guess I just don't understand like where Urban Meyer is coming from by saying that. You know, I just don't understand. What is his point?
He gives all the credit for beating Bama that way. Shut up, Benji. That's just because y'all beat them. Clown. Such a fucking clown, dude. Michigan's equipment manager knew his shit too. Bringing the long cleats on that slick ass field. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it monsooned on the ass real quick, dude.
He's proven a lot of shit, man, Brandon. You know what I mean? Like,
Was like so I didn't hear the interview. I just seen like somebody put the quote up. So like was it like a dig at SEC by him saying that, or was he just like just talking in general? You know what I mean?
he said,
You know what I mean?
the question is he said it. He said the question is during the podcast that he did. Question is the SEC's dominance over? It is. It's over. Now next year's another year, but at least the last 2 years it's over.
So he was simply asking a question.
If you're Texas, you ought to be telling him to go fuck himself, and that ought to be motivating you to go win the whole damn thing. You know it won't, but you know it is what it is. They're 8-6 in postseason, and because Tennessee got beat in Columbus the way that they did, I don't know that it would have been the same if they were playing it at Neyland. You know what I mean? Maybe it would have. Listen, the one thing I'll tell you is that Ohio State's loaded. Loaded.
Dude.
Damn good.
Dude.
But as far as like Illinois looks really good to beat South Carolina. They won 21-17, and Beamer made an ass of himself. Big deal. But, I mean, it's still Illinois. We're really going to pound our chest about that one, I guess? Michigan beating Alabama. SC defeated Texas A&M. Whoop-de shit. Dude,
Alabama did all but give them the game. They turned the ball over like 3 times inside their 20 to start the game. They're lucky it wasn't 21-0. Like, and they let Alabama come all the way back. Like, I don't understand why Michigan, like, what are you beating your chest about, bro? You should have put up 60 on those dudes the way that game started.
Hey, Ohio State champs. Now, I do appreciate your expectations of doing this, and I agree. I think you're going to beat the shit out of them. But aren't you guys the ones that are offering him all that money to come there next year?
Dude, don't do it.
I bet you are.
You
can go to the portal and end up in Columbus, and then you won't be saying all that. But I do think you guys are going to beat the shit out of Texas too.
Hey, if you don't the way you've looked the last 2 weeks and don't handle your business like that against Texas, I will be so let down. And listen, you can't come back in the pod. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna give it to you now. Like you're gonna hear it. So
yeah,
like you guys have to. You guys have. If you don't win it all, dude, the way y'all look the last couple of weeks, if you guys don't win it all, it's a huge letdown. Huge letdown. And you're firing Day. You got to.
Firing Day? You still think?
Yeah, dude. The way that they looked these last 2 games, and it's shit. Essentially, after they lost to Michigan, I mean,
yeah.
If it's a letdown. It's a catastrophic letdown. You guys shit the bed if you don't win the Natty.
Yeah, no doubt. The bye teams. Do you think that the bye teams was it be the bye that kind of forced that? I don't think in every game, but I don't think it helps. To be quite honest, I think it's a long time off, and I think it's always been a long time off. If you think about the New Year's Day games forever, you always have a kind of sputtery first half, generally speaking, for both teams usually.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild, right?
Yep. It's craziness, man.
Who's crazy? A bunch of bullshit. Oh, here we go. Who are we talking shit about? Oh, Neilio, who are you getting on?
Hey, Neilio, we got time today, bro. We can't go nowhere. You know what I mean? We're locked down. We got time today. Personally,
I think they'll make the Natty and lose just enough for them to keep Day and lose to Michigan again next year. So, that's pretty funny. Look, you guys know I've got Notre Dame picked, but after what I've seen from Ohio State the last 2 weeks, I'm not as sure about it. I think that Notre Dame I told you guys they were going to beat Georgia, but I'm not. And I think they're going to beat the shit out of Penn State. But I think it's a tall order to beat Ohio State if they're anything close. T-Boomer, you're fired. I don't want to hear that shit from you.
There's no way, dude. There's just I just don't, man. Yeah. Don't get me started on Texas. We don't need any more conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I'm not having it.
I've got enough going on right
What
now.
would be the keys to the game for Texas? Well,
Do you
probably
have
don't need to be
Jeremiah
turning the fucking football over like
you have to. You can't let Jeremiah Smith run wide ass open through your secondary, like he did against Oregon. You're done. Like there's nothing you can do if you're just letting that dude run free like that.
Right? Yeah, you need to be banging him off the line. You need to do everything to slow him down.
Yep.
I don't know that you really can. He's that guy.
Well, you have to make that running back beat you.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State has to beat you running the ball. And by saying that, I'm like, you have to have a light box when you're playing them.
You better. No, there's no doubt about that.
You cannot. That could be. I don't see how you do it, man. Like, because that, like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Because that running back at Ohio State is not a game, dude. That dude is blazing fast.
Michigan. So are you sure they just didn't really throw the ball? You know, they were running the shit out of the football. I mean, I know you. I don't know if this is a Michigan fan or what, but but I don't think it was really about Michigan as much. But Michigan has a good secondary.
Yeah.
Anyway, you better run the football. You better run the hell out of the football. But if you don't win the turnover battle, you have no chance of being in the game, really. And I think that's a tall order because don't get it twisted. It's not just that offense that's good. That defense is legit.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best.
You got to get after Howard
in the country. One of the best front sevens in the country.
I think that's a good plan. I think you have to bring pressure frequently and not let Howard get comfortable and make that ball come out of his hand. Because if you just let him sit back there on a big drop, 7-step drop, and let Smith run wide open, like that's a recipe for disaster. You ain't serious about winning.
I don't want to hear this feeling. I don't give a shit to you. I appreciate what you got to say, but I'm not hearing it. Either way, we know they're not winning the damn natty. And H-Town, listen, their defense and offense is better than the Michigan team that beat Ohio State. But listen, Mark, you know what rivalry games mean. That all this shit is out the window. And look, sometimes it gets to a point, and it was that way for Ohio State over Michigan for a long time, that you just have their number. And this group of kids has their number. And they got a little soft with Ryan Day. But that's not what they've looked like the last 2 weeks, man. It really isn't. But you better get to Howard. If you can get to Will Howard, and he can be got to, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
The dude ain't – Will Howard's been known to shit down his legs. I will say that part. You know what I mean? Yeah.
He got weapons for days for sure. That is a fact.
No doubt about it.
That is a fact, man.
Yeah. I get it. I agree.
Somebody knocking the boots. Sorry. Every time I see that name, that's what pops in my head.
They just sucks versus Michigan. I'm 100% convinced of that. Yeah, I think it's clear. He's lost 4 in a row to him. So, I mean, it is what it is. 4 in a row. That's unheard of, too. So do they fire him if he doesn't win the Natty then?
Yes.
Since he lost 4 in a row. I'm asking Ohio State champs here. Do they fire him? Nightmare scenario, Texas versus
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Trash game. Because then Texas probably wins that shit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's
Fine.
terrible.
Shut up! Little dumbass.
Said no. Said no.
Yeah.
And call your team trash. Because that's what they are. Trash.
Trash.
Fuck Texas.
Yeah.
They're not going to fire him, bro.
Went over in his grave. Trash.
Trash.
You are trash.
It's true. And
People that are negative and voicing their opinion are the same ones that can't pay their own bills.
learn to pay your bills, Okie Light fans. Learn to pay your
Nope.
bills.
Pay your bills, bro.
If you paid your bills, we wouldn't have Kendall Daniels.
Hey, did you see those? Did you see those top? Speaking of Okie Light, did you see those running back rankings for like the draft? And Ollie Gordon wasn't even in the top 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody commented on
He
it
did
like,
eat shit
I
on
want
it. He did eat shit all year. He did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that DUI and everything
That
that
dude should have
followed,
left, bro. Should have left.
he should have left. That was stupid. It was stupid. To believe in Mike Gundy when, I mean, hell, he wouldn't even have done everything he did the year before if it hadn't been for Gundy coming back off the ranch because they told him they were about to shit can him if he didn't. And you were going to believe all that when he got out. You knew it had to come apart, bro. 22 starters coming back, or 20 or 22 starters coming back. They knew they were fucked. 0 in the Big 12 without Texas and Oklahoma in it. Fucking
People that are negative and voicing their opinion are the same ones that can't pay their own bills.
0 for 9 there, buddy boy.
Oh my
for
God.
9.
What a, so bad.
Woo, he did get some
Oh.
NIL, but
You know, a little
trash.
bit of money, but not that NFL money though.
He did not. He did not. It's a damn shame, I got to tell you. It's a damn shame. He talks a lot of shit himself.
Yeah.
Ohio State coach is gone if he doesn't win it all. $20 million roster to come out in second place. You guys spent $20 million on a roster too, bro. It was right at 18 anyway. Come on.
Yep.
And y'all ain't even in the playoff. Whatever are you even fucking talking about? Fuck LSU.
You know, and like, let's talk about the opposite end of the spectrum with a guy who made a shit ton of money. That Arizona State running back got paid.
Scatterboo.
Got paid.
Got himself paid.
Yeah.
Paid.
Yeah. I like that dude, man.
I like him
that.
too. He's a dog, man. He's a dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that he's. I don't think you're running through people in the NFL. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's gonna run through people, but the aspect of he's hard to tackle and hard to bring down is what they want in the NFL. Like, it's not about what 40 he runs or whatever, you know, how fast he is. He's just going to be a tough tackle, and they like
He
that.
is.
He can catch the ball. He looks like a 3-down back.
I think he's just he's a dude, man. Yeah, just like what Jimmy said. He's just a dude. You know what I mean? A football player.
Yep. And I like it, man. I like
it too. It kind of reminds you of Toby Gerhart, though, and nothing really happened with him in the NFL. You know what I mean?
Look, we prefer Mike Allstott.
Damn, we hit that at the same time there, Neilio. I was bringing that up right as you said that.
Yep.
Toby Gerhart. Nothing really happened with him. That being said, I mean, I think he's good, but yeah, I think you got to get in the right situation.
Yeah, that matters.
I think it matters for every running back, though, in the NFL these days.
Yeah. Hey, man. I wouldn't be mad if Tampa got him at some point, and have a little backup for Bucky. Have that little
couldn't hurt
lightning type joint popping off because I don't think Rashad White's going to stick around too much
You gotta
longer.
have 2 of them, bro. You gotta have 2 of them anyway. You gotta have 2 dogs.
Yeah.
One that's that, speed dude and,
And if
got a little wiggle, and then somebody to get them hard yards.
If there's any organization that is going to appreciate him,
Yeah.
it's these guys. It's these guys. They know what to do with him.
Hey man, he's kind of Baker-esque. He talks a lot of shit and has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder because he had to go to Sacramento State.
Yeah.
Before
I
he
mean,
went to
we had Mike Allstat. We'll appreciate them, and I think he would fit right in with that culture. And we know how to utilize a guy of Scatbo's talent.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's pretty good, man. I think he's pretty good. We're gonna have to wait and see how he does at the next level. But I don't think that he could. I think he's good on a roster, and particularly as like your third down back, your hard yard guy.
Yeah.
I don't think he's running through a bunch of NFL players like that, though.
No, I don't think he's running through people, but he can take the contact now, and fall forward. He's gonna be. I'm anxious to see how that goes, man. I haven't been this excited about an NFL draft in a long time, man. Like I'm interested in this draft. Like last year's draft, I really give a shit about it, but this year I'm anxious to see who ESPN. They're already trying to anoint Travis Hunter their number 1 pick. I've seen that propaganda all week, but I'm anxious to see who
number 1 pick.
Who it's going to be.
I think it's going to be Shador. I think it's Shador. Don't you?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's why I'm saying I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, man, the propaganda is already out there. I was looking at something.
I don't think that you can go wrong with. First off, if you're talking trash about Travis Hunter, you should just knock that shit off.
No, I'm not talking trash about him. I think he's a hell of a player.
I think he's a damn good player. And is he the number 1 pick? I don't know. I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know that he could be a number 1 receiver. I think he can play receiver. I do think that he's a shutdown corner, but I think that it's going to depend on. I don't know, man. I think it depends on where he goes. It just, to me, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I like Travis. I think he's look. I was pro him winning the Heisman. I know a lot of people weren't, but your guy that you said should have won the Heisman didn't do a damn thing. In the bowl game.
A damn thing.
Playoff
bro.
game. Come on,
Dude,
bro.
come on, bro.
He averaged 3 yards a carry
against a stack box.
And
against Penn State defense at over 100 yards.
Move the football.
Man,
come on, bro.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He would have felt that he would have had the same damn thing if he'd have played in any other league other than the Mountain West. That's what I'm saying, dog.
We ain't having this discussion, bro.
Yeah, you are. Because
you got propagandized by ESPN.
Whatever,
all right,
man.
with Travis Hunter. You fell for it. It's okay.
No,
it's okay.
No, he won it. He won it.
It's okay.
You know what, guys? In a nice way, fuck y'all. We don't give a shit.
That's how we roll.
So they do. So one of the mock drafts I'm looking at right now does have Shador number 1.
He is going number 1, I think. But he may not, though. He may not.
Cam Ward 2, and Hunter 3.
Huh. Yeah.
I really like that Mason Graham, that D tackle from Michigan. That dude.
He's a dog. He's a big son of a bitch. Dude. Damn. Yeah.
Oh, that's who I saw was number 1 in this other one. That receiver from Arizona. That's who it was. That was number 1.
Really?
Yeah. In one of the mocks I was looking at, they had it.
I don't see that. I don't see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like Tedero McMillan. I think he's really good. I don't know that I think he's number 1 pick good.
I think that Penn State linebacker, that Penn State cat, that edge rusher has got a chance to jump up there with like a good combine performance. What's his name? Abdul Carter.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got a real like a good showing.
So why is the traditional SEC dead? It ain't. It ain't dead. Bro, you guys, before you go pumping that chest too much there, Buckeye guy, all right? Easy there. You guys play a trash-ass schedule every year and ain't won shit yet. You got to still win the motherfucker before you get to say anything. Because if you don't win, if you don't beat Texas this week, Notre Dame's going to win the thing. And that ain't going to have shit to do with, so you're not going to be able to thump your chest and say that you're the best anymore after that. Because we know Indiana was full of shit. We know that Oregon, I don't know, man. I don't know that it would have mattered whether or not with what Ohio State did to them, I don't know that the bye week really mattered there. But it may have. There's a little rust there, I think. And I think that that's a problem. But you guys got to stop with this SEC isn't the best conference shit because we know better than that. Now, what the Big Ten did right, I've been saying this, they limited their best teams' exposure to each other. They did. Made sure that they got their 4 in. But I'm telling you what's going to end up happening is they're either going to go to a 6-game schedule and we're going to start round robining it with all the other conferences and make it into where you're having to even out these schedules, or they're going to go back to maybe the SEC goes back to divisions, and that way that they can do the same thing and kind of limit. Because why, if just wins matter, then why the hell do they have to worry about? Why would they do that? Don't tell me the SEC is top heavy whenever the fucking bro.
Dude, so the Big Ten ain't top heavy, bro.
Come on, bro. Shit. Come on, man. Yeah, okay. Good for them. It ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter.
ESPN is not green lighting a 6-game schedule. Benji, that's probably the smartest thing
You want to
said.
bet? No, it's not. Because you know what? You know what it would do? I was thinking about this the other day. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they also own the Big 12 and the ACC, who nobody's watching. If you took from 6, and so the other 3 of those games, you're playing against one Big 10 team, one Big 12 team, and one ACC team that's at your level from whatever you finished the year before, like they do in the NFL. Then that makes sure that everybody's schedule evens up real good. And it allows you to, it's better for the game because you're playing all them. The ratings would be good. If you put your whoever is at the top of the SEC, Georgia and Oklahoma and Texas, whatever, playing Clemson, Miami, whatever, that's not going to get ratings because they're pumping them out there like they're so good, so damn good. Right. They do. It's not just about that though, because the Fox would actually go along with this as well, because they too would probably want to continue to, and they believe that they're better than everybody. So they too would want to play these other games and make more money because the ratings would be higher. It would work. I think ESPN is okay with Bama playing TCU over Bama versus OU. Rating suicide. That's not what I'm saying. But you could get rid of it. Look, they got to do something. Because they're not. I know what the SEC is not okay with: 3 playoff teams when somebody else has 4.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think bigger games throughout the season, regular season, primetime games.
Why not?
I mean, do they make more money that throughout the season, or having 4 teams playing in the CFP? If it's about money, like what nets them the most money?
Either way, they're gonna get the 4 in there. Then,
yeah,
because they're gonna go up. Look, that means that you're gonna have to prove what you're saying, that they're so fucking overrated. Because they're gonna match up. You're gonna match up with wherever you finished in the league versus wherever they finished in the league.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is what it is, man.
Green
Miami's gonna
light.
suck next year. Book that. Yeah, they could.
I don't know. They're stacking up too, man.
They may be getting Quinn Ewers, according to everybody. But no, I keep hearing that it's either Oregon or Ohio State or the NFL. Yeah. Hey, listen, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can say all they want. I'm just saying the point being is it's not about the talking about this shit about it being overrated and all that shit. I don't buy into that either. I get what you're talking about. The point is though, it's not just that they're saying they're overrated, it's that they put in SMU instead of an SEC team. An SMU team that didn't have a signature win had a couple of signature losses. Shitty ass schedule. Indiana, no signature wins, just a signature ass kicking by Ohio State. Same with and hell, a G5 Boise State got a fucking bye in the playoff.
Yeah.
And they beat UNLV twice.
Yeah.
This is not. They're gonna fix this damn thing somehow.
They have to.
They have
They
to.
have to.
They have
Dude, we've talked ad nauseum about the fucking shit show of a schedule that they put out, a bracket for it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, that the automatic bid, I think that's the move.
Automatic bids are one thing. Automatic seeding is another.
Yeah, that a bid, your conference champions getting a bye, like that's not the move.
Not the move.
That is not it. And I don't I feel like they should start it earlier. I feel like they should.
Too. I think that they look when you're 0 for 4 for your top 4 teams went 0 for 4 because they got the bye.
Yeah,
there's something to be said for having. I mean, look, I understand if you've got. It's one thing to have a week off if you're going straight into the playoffs like you do in the NFL, right? Especially if you're trying to get somebody healthy. But even the NFL, we've seen wild card teams get hot by winning that divisional game.
Yeah,
the wild card game.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said. I mean,
Especially if the Cowboys are in the air or get the bye, then they're destined to get beat in the first
I mean,
time.
Shit. Those teams that played in the conference championship, what was it, like almost 3 weeks, so close to a month that they were off before they played that first round? You know, I definitely think that it affected Oregon the most, in my opinion. They look rusty as shit, and Ohio State was getting after their ass, so it just was a.
Yeah. Look, Kendall Daniels, Sooner Legends, more of a linebacker. He plays a little safety, a little linebacker, but he's a linebacker.
Yeah. No, he's really good. He's good.
I like him. He's a real good player, man. They got to take out automatic seeding. I think, look, and, Dent was talking about that too, about start the season earlier, a week earlier, start the playoffs earlier. I don't think it hurts anything.
Yeah, I
don't even know that you have to start the season early necessarily.
I mean, so like when is the national championships, like January 20th, right?
Yeah. Why not a week earlier than that?
Dude, that's so far.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And you get like those dudes, hey, so like you play in the national championship, and like 2 months from now, you're starting spring ball.
Oh.
You know what I mean? February, shit, maybe even like a month and a half. You're starting it in March, April. You know what I mean?
They're trying to make it a year-round thing. I get that part.
The NCAA needs to do better. Like they gotta make it more player friendly, man. And it's not right now because those dudes are starting football from August, September, October, November, December, January. That's 6 months, man. Like that's like already the NFL type shit. You know what I mean? And you even see the Super Bowl in the NFL just keeps getting pushed further into February almost every year.
Yeah. A little early. I mean, we're talking starting middle of the month in August instead of the end.
Yeah, like week 0, like 2 bye weeks during the season. Like that's come on, man. Like that's crazy. You know, I don't know. There's just
look,
a lot
I
of
don't know.
crazy.
I think you got to fix this thing though for sure.
It's
I
got to
think
get restructured.
definitely
It has to.
because it's not. I mean, look, when you're Penn State who lost to Oregon and lost to Ohio State, and you have an easier road. I mean, I'd be pissed as shit if I'm Oregon and I'm number 1 undefeated all year. And what do I get for it? Ohio State in my first game.
Yeah. Yeah.
While Penn State's playing SMU followed by Boise. They got to win one game. They got to beat one good team to get to the national championship game.
Well, and here's another aspect of it too, man. Like let's talk about being a coach right now in college football with a long ass season like this. Like you're coaching and recruiting all day, every day. How long can these dudes last? You know what I mean? Like when do they burn out? Right?
They
When
burn out all the fucking time.
Dude,
They
I'm
do it
saying,
all the
dude,
time.
like wives are like, peace, I'm out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't get married to never
Why
see
do you think so many
that
coaches
shit.
go to the NFL and never fucking come back? Because they don't have to do that shit.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude.
Yep.
It's crazy.
But here's the deal. Look, the money's so good that you're gonna always have. I mean, you know what I mean? It's too big to fail. We talked about that the other night on Dent's show. You know?
Yeah.
Too big to fail. There's too much money. It continues to get better every year. You know, this for everything we're talking about, the games have been good. And we've enjoyed, I mean, they've been enjoyable for the most part. The first weekend of games were a little blah. But you got to get rid of, they're gonna have to make some changes. You gotta certainly, if you're gonna continue to look.
Yeah,
I don't love the idea that if you make it to your conference championship, which by the way was a bullshit. We can't be, what did they say? We can't punish teams for making their conference championship. Only you did with BYU. Or Iowa State, sorry. They punished them, but they couldn't punish SMU, who got beat by BYU and beat by Clemson, who had, 3 losses and got in.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think we start the season earlier. Because I think it's, end of August is good.
The other part,
I want the playoffs.
Portal though, but the portal though is also part of it though too.
Fuck yeah, I'm not. The portal doesn't bother me. Like I don't. That's not to me. That's like that doesn't.
It doesn't bother you until you're a playoff team and somebody goes into the portal during the playoffs.
What I mean, like it doesn't bother me. What's like that's not like they can move the portal to when you know what I mean.
It needs to be at the end of the year.
They can adjust the portal. Like that's to me, that's not a deciding factor.
But the reason that they talk about that is because of the having to enrollment in January.
Yeah. But I'm saying it only affects the college football playoff teams though, right?
Does it
like
really?
Everybody else that's out, like they can portal as normal. But then you have that 5 days after you're done with your last game.
But that's not doable. Hey, man, you can't do that all the time. Why the fuck are you going to have free agency throughout that's different times for everybody? It doesn't work. Look at how, Alabama, I'd be pissed the fuck off if I was Kalen DeBoer getting nailed for all that shit when all those guys went into the portal and, no way to protect them.
That's not an individual player. Like players is not like a deciding factor in this for me. You know what I mean?
Individual. I think we're talking about nationwide though.
But it doesn't. I just don't. I don't know if the shoe fits in this case. With that.
No, they got to fix the portal either too as well. I'm just saying there's a lot of reasons that this shit has to move up. And whether they move up the start of the season, I don't really care. Benji's right. It's a hot son of a bitch in Oklahoma in the middle of
everybody
August.
won 11 o'clock game in the middle of August.
Oh God. Yeah. Somebody kill me now.
Yeah.
It's still going to be a hot bastard when we play Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Better be a night game. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I just think the overall length of the season is too long. And I know it only affects a certain amount of teams on the back end, but yeah, I don't know.
Right.
It's crazy. It's crazy long, man.
True.
It's crazy long.
What up, Shawty? What's up, dog?
Shawty.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know, man. It is what it is. But I think that there's some things that need to happen. I'd like to see the only way they fix the playoff seeding will be based on Nielsen ratings. Look, you could go back to the computers as far as I'm concerned, because I think that's probably the best way to go about it.
They don't need computers, bro. It's common sense.
No, it isn't.
It's common sense to everybody except these slaps in the college football playoff.
Okay.
Committee.
Well, it's because and that's where you have a bunch of slap asses that are screaming at them about who they're supposed to pick, like Dabo's dumbass screaming that SMU belongs in the playoff.
Why are they listening to this dude? Like, what?
You're always gonna have this though. If you have it in the computer, in the hands of the computer, and they actually are taking the strength of schedules into play, then that shit never happens.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know, man. Like anybody like a casual college football plan could have seeded and made it a better bracket than these dudes that are making millions of dollars to do it. That's my opinion. Shit, dude, give me a quarter of what they got. I'll hook y'all up real quick. Take me 15 minutes. Give me a quarter of that. You know what I mean? Shit. Yeah. Give me a quarter of what y'all making, bro. Big Dad tabulate it, and we're good. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, though. It's the truth is how often were they screwing it up with the computers, even with the BCS? They really weren't.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad.
Yeah, and you're never gonna appease everybody, though.
No, you're not. But at least this way, we know it's not freaking biased.
Well, we knew what the standard was, right? We knew there was a formula to it, and it wasn't some moron's opinion. You know what I mean? Like I question how much football these dudes really watch or have watched in their life.
BCS had Bama over SMU by a very slim margin. Why? Because of their strength of schedule and who was better. You're going to tell me SMU would have touched Bama? Because you know better. Come on.
Bama. So, I mean, Milroe's entering the draft.
He is. He is.
I'm not a fan of that. I think he can.
They don't want him in Alabama.
Dude, go somewhere else, bro. Go somewhere else and get you somebody that give you some development
to play to your strengths. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, man.
Well, they've got him ranked as like the number 3 quarterback coming out.
No fucking way, bro. Don't believe
I don't agree with it. I didn't say I agreed with it. I just said that's what they're talking about.
No, there's no way. No.
A lot of mock drafts are saying so. Yes.
Fuck. School SEC bias.
Well, he's an amazing athlete, is what it is.
Well, don't get me wrong, but he ain't a top 3 quarterback.
He's not a top passer.
No.
But you watch Lamar, probably going to win the damn MVP again. He can't throw either.
He has his
he
moments.
throws better than he used to, but he doesn't.
Yeah, he's never going to be a passer. But we want to see him make these throws deep in the playoffs, right? I had this conversation with my brother-in-law the other night watching the.
I'm not bad-mouthing Lamar. Before anybody freaks out here, I'm not bad-mouthing Lamar.
No. Don't get me wrong.
But you got to be able to throw in the playoffs and not just throw the deep ball or the short ball. You got to be able to hit that intermediate pass that he doesn't hit.
You have to consistently hit those chip shots.
Yeah.
And come playoff moments, he has shown us that his technique and it comes back to his lack of technique and pure passer comes back to haunt him in the playoffs. When
Yeah.
the coverages are a little tighter, people
Yeah.
are playing a little harder, a
It hurt.
little more pressure.
I
You know
think
what I
that's
mean?
clear. There's a reason why he hasn't made it further than he has. They had the
Yeah,
number
'cause
one defense in the country. They had the number one defense and the number one offense last year coming into it and couldn't
Yeah.
beat a flawed Chiefs team at home.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, he called him QB1, and I was like, I don't know about that. He's like, who's your QB1? I was like, as much as it pains me to say this, I'm like, it's Mahomes.
Without a
Like,
doubt. Who the fuck are we talking? What are we talking about?
yeah, like it's Mahomes. And I was like, I'm putting Josh Allen ahead of him too.
Yep.
You know
Baker.
what I mean? I'm
Baker
putting
too.
Josh Allen ahead of him all day, every day. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some Lamar. That dude
I love him
is
too, but he's
electric.
not better than
That dude is electric. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't
Baker has the same amount of damn playoff wins as him, and he hadn't played for the same amount of good teams.
yeah. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yep. How bad is Cleveland feeling that, man? How bad is Baker making those dudes
Fuck,
look like
man.
just a
Fuck
inept?
Cleveland. I
like,
love that shit. I love it. I love
Jesus,
it. It couldn't happen to a better bunch of assholes
bro,
for the shit they pulled
unbelievable.
with him on his way out of town. Fuck Cleveland,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow.
Um,
Again, give me half of what you're paying that GM, and I will turn that franchise around.
Oh, dude,
Right?
come on,
There's a
man.
dude.
They've got studs everywhere. And Baker, I mean, literally,
You had one of the best defenses in the league and didn't even
dude.
make the playoffs.
Yeah, dude. Weren't they like 3-13, 3-14?
Unbelievable. Listen, there's a guy at ESPN right now that could change that franchise. And why you haven't hired or paid him to be your GM is an indictment on you. And his name is Louis Riddick. Get that dude in your organization and let him run it.
Oakland fans being petty, huge shocker, and trashing Daniels already. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Have you seen anybody that said that they hope he breaks his leg and never plays again? Because that's what they were saying about Trace. Fuck Okie Light. Yeah.
Pay your bills.
Pay your bills, motherfuckers.
People that are negative and voicing their opinion are the same ones that can't pay their own bills.
Hey,
why they suck
listen.
this year.
Hey, Jason, before I know it's 11, we're nearing the back end of this.
Yeah, we're in the end.
But have you seen this Joy Taylor shit at Fox with Skip Bayless, the Fox executive? Dude, I spent over an hour reading that shit and looking at tweets
I was
last
trying
night.
to figure out what the fuck was going on.
Dude, it is a shit
Wild.
show.
Yeah.
It is a shit show. Like, it is so intertwined.
Leave it to you to bring this shit up. I knew it. Oh shit,
Dude, I was just gonna click on Twitter right quick to look see if anybody's talking shit, and that was the first thing that popped up.
I gotta tell you, I was pretty excited to hear that she's a whore.
Dude, I mean, that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is now that she got some clout, she was just gonna say that dude.
That was fucked up. Yeah, that's.
She's like, I'm just gonna tell pin it on him, say he sexually assaulted, sexually harassed me. And I was like, damn, savagery. And did you say that dude was smashing Joy Taylor? I mean, let me tell you something, kids. Go to school. Go to school. Go to school and get your, and do great things. Because good night. There's hope for us all.
She was trying to set his ass up though.
Yeah. Well, she got
She
what
made
she
her way
wanted.
to the top though. She did. I mean,
And then
women who are doing a great job, and her and Taylor, what's her name, they've been acting a fool for a while, man.
Taylor Rooks is my favorite. She is my favorite.
Yeah.
She is
giving it up to Oxbow. Yeah, that's where it started. That wasn't the only one though.
Hey, and then so the girl that filed this lawsuit said Skip Bayless was trying to smash for like ever, like offering her 1.5 million to smash. And it's, dude, I'm trying to tell you, bro, I have not I was laughing so hard last night.
I was
It's
too.
some
I
of
was
this
I
stuff
was
on
I was watching it when I got up this morning. I saw something about it I saw it on Twitter and I was like, what is this shit?
Oh my God,
Everybody
dude.
was just, I mean, the shit people were saying about her and the memes, all the memes. They
Oh
were
man, the
fucking great.
memes, dude.
They
The
were great.
memes. The memes. Yeah, but I guess she was smashing Emmanuel Acho too.
Yeah.
And like that dude's married and just oh my God, craziness, dude. Craziness.
Yeah, it feels like it's kind of yeah. Do you believe the one? But I don't know that I believe the 1.5 mil either. Because she's now suing for that. So, but I mean, what do you expect her to say? Did she say
Hey,
yes?
listen, so here's that indictment and that lawsuit, like you swear by that. You know what I mean? You don't just so there's an aspect of that
Doesn't
in
mean
there.
any- That doesn't mean anything though, unless you can prove anything.
Yeah.
Unless you can prove she's lying. I mean, she's good. Maybe
But
she never banged. Maybe she never banged. Maybe he didn't offer that though.
no, she resisted all his advances. Like
Mhm.
Skip Bayless, freaking the executive for Fox, that goofy looking dude.
Yeah,
Like
he was all fucking. It looked like they'd put his eye back in place after he got hit by
bro,
a car or something.
oh dude, I'm trying to tell you, man. Like, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, like that shit is wild. And I'm anxious to
We've
see if
gone
she
off
shows
the
up.
rails, folks, but
I'm anxious.
I'm in about this stuff, I guess.
Hey, I'm anxious to see if she shows up to work today and has her little what's
It's
that?
gonna be a tough week for old Taylor,
Yeah,
for old Joy.
Joy Taylor. Yeah, yeah,
It's gonna be a
man.
tough week
I'm
for Joy.
telling you, man. That if you haven't read some of that stuff, man, people have screenshotted like
Mhm.
the pertinent parts of
I
that
read
lawsuit.
parts of it. I read the
Oh,
screenshots for sure.
dude.
They were wild. They
Oh
were
my God,
wild.
it's so awesome. It was so awesome.
You
And
love shit like this, huh?
dude, that shit is hilarious to me. Because I mean, like, why are people? Why did it just blows my mind? Like people act that way. You know what I mean? Like you hear rumors and
Easy,
stories about
Benji.
Hollywood.
Don't be getting me fucking in trouble for saying stupid shit about her on here because they will kill the channel over dumb shit like that. We're not gonna go too far with this.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying
I
it's
probably
good,
shouldn't have called her
good quality entertainment. Go read it. Amazing.
So what do you? I mean, wow. But she sure did throw everybody under the bus though too, right?
Yeah.
What do you? What was going on with Shannon though? I didn't understand the Shannon Sharp part.
I just well, there was one.
Joy down in my heart.
Well, I think
Oh, that was great.
I think that there was rumor that maybe Shannon and her were dating at one point or whatever. They were seen together at a Dodgers game. And I guess Skip Bayless the next day called it a date on national TV
Yeah,
on
he
their
did.
Undisputed. So in that thing it said Skip didn't want her to be the moderator when they first started because Skip was like, "Who the hell is this?" You know what I mean? Like, let's get somebody in here that is in that exec. Asked Skip for a favor, and so she was the first moderator on that. 1.5 to almost 1. Oh my God. But yeah, crazy.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Take some time out for yourself today. Get on Twitter and hit the trending Joy Taylor and
I
have
wonder if
yourself.
she's going to work today. Is she gonna be on her show today, you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd imagine her and Acho are probably not there. Probably not there today.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm mad
Shannon
at
took her out on dates and
fine.
came on the show talking about it, is what Coach Top says.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Well, I mean,
man,
and listen, Shannon Sharp, I mean, he just got done with some shit over. He had his phone on, his video on, his Snapchat or something. He was banging.
he had his phone
smashing.
on video and he put
He was
off the side.
smashing.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah, that night on the nightcap with him and Ocho Cinco. God, that was good quality entertainment
It
too.
was fucking funny too. It was. It
That
was.
was good quality.
He had everybody calling in and shit. They were
Yeah.
all giving him.
Yeah.
laughing
People
when-
are calling him, what's going on? He's like, what? Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
You missed
He
it
had no
all.
idea what was going on. This 50, however old ass out there. That's why I don't have Snapchat. You know what I mean? I don't have that stuff. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but Snapchat, once you've seen it, you can get. Well, I don't know if that's the truth anymore. It used to be once you looked at it, it went away. You know.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah.
can save it, I think, and shit like that. But
Yeah.
look,
No,
if you're doing shit that shouldn't be out on social media, you probably shouldn't have any of them. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
Yeah. It's good
find
stuff.
out that Shannon Sharp calls Joy Michelle.
Yeah.
Uh,
1.5, huh? That is an outrageous number. 1 point, but I
Shannon be
mean,
laying some serious pipe. Yeah, I think
it ain't tricking if you got it, right?
facts.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
Well, I mean, yeah, Skip's making a shit ton of money, or he was.
Yeah, I don't know if he is anymore. I try to watch his podcast every once in a while.
People like him. There's enough people that still like him. I don't know why, because I think he's a douchebag. He always has been. But
yeah, I wish Shannon would have jumped over the table like old boy did Jim Rome back in the day. That one time, that'd have been awesome.
with all due respect, if you're playing tight coverage on the wide receivers, Baltimore, that leaves the field wide open for Henry and Lamar to do their thing.
Yeah, that's the difference between last year and this year. There's a running game now,
We'll see. We'll see.
You have to account for King Henry.
Sure, you do.
Which will leave the field open a little bit more. You know, you got to account for that in the box.
I'm not saying
poison.
I still got to see him. I still got to see him do it though.
If I'm a coach, I'm committing to stopping Derrick Henry and making Lamar throw the ball and beat me.
Damn Skippy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm here for it, man. I'm ready for this. I cannot wait to watch this play out, bro. I love me some NFL playoffs.
I like the
NFL playoffs because I feel like, they play hard in the NFL, but they steps up a notch, and there's some stuff that coaches are saving for the playoffs. And
Bishop Frank has now given away, is that three memberships to the Hall of Fame Mafia. Thank you, Bishop Frank, for that. Greg Hollart is the latest. You guys can all get into the Discord and read that members only column tomorrow when it comes out. So make sure you guys jump in there, get into your perks. You can do that for as low as $2.99 a month, folks. So make sure you jump in there and do that. Let's see.
Yeah, the one thing about Skip Bayless too, he's a big Oklahoma fan.
Yeah, he's an ass.
Maybe that's why I see him on my timeline.
He's still an ass clown.
Yeah, he's a slap for sure.
Yeah.
He is a slap for sure.
I've met him. He's a dick. Yeah, I met him when he was just a columnist. Yeah, fucking asshole. Like when I met him.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, fucking nerds. So, and that's the thing about so many sports writers, such fucking nerds, and they act that. Come on. Act like they're all that. Mike Lupica, fuck that guy too. Mike Lupica.
Oh yeah.
New York Daily News, I think it was. Used to be on the sports reporters.
Yep.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't understand. That whole I just don't understand how you change so much and what just being a dick all the time, because you're on TV and maybe I'm just too regular. I don't know what that's like, but I don't know. I just
worse than Barry Trammell. Well, I don't know. I think Skip's better at being a douchebag.
Yeah, he plays that role well now.
He plays it well, but he's also much more talented than Trammell. Just gotta say.
I'll give him that. I can buy that for $1.
Much more talented with the pen anyway.
I mean, what I always thought was weird is the relationship between him and Lil Wayne. Like, I just never really like. I don't know. That's weird to me. Like, I just never feel like
Kind of
those two
weird,
people
right?
like good friends,
What's
like, hanging
kind
out.
of weird, right? Why is Wheezy like him? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Maybe
Uh-huh.
he's just trying to be on TV or whatever.
I don't know what has happened here. Joy Taylor, though. Joy Taylor.
Yeah,
She is smoking, though. Damn.
yes, she's a smoke show. But yeah, that's good stuff, man. You should check it out. It's worth your time. Like, I'm gonna probably hang up with this and probably see
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
think I'm done here. I think we've said
Yeah,
enough
bro.
before we end up getting my channel taken off here. All right, boys and girls. We appreciate everybody coming in here. It's been a good one. Hey, look, big day for Oklahoma. Kendall Daniels and, hey, man, to go and get Marvin Jones Jr., now you got Kendall Daniels. Looks like you're going to go out there. It
We're on a
appears
heater. We're on a heater.
a little bit. On a heater a little bit. And look, there's going to be a couple more options, it looks like, coming out of the portal. You know there will be. So I don't know that you really need to go too much further with any of this stuff on the offensive side, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nope. We are.
It's really like sticking your dingus in a pot of gold or a pot of something. So one of the memes that I laughed about, it was just a thing of roast beef on the
I saw that one too, bro. That's terrible.
Oh, I was crying. I gotta get out of here now. We gotta go.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys, for coming in. We'll see you all on the next one.
Hey,